Can energy healing cure every illness? No, energy healing is very powerful. It is a very subtle type of healing, and it cannot cure everything, but it can help improve and remedy, I would say, a very large proportion of illnesses. And I would go so far as to say, depending on the level of the energy healer, I would say 90%, right? So I'm going to be discussing this in this video. And for those of you who like the contents of my video, please also don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already to my channel. This will greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And just one optional extra favor, optional of course, if you could just drop a comment and share it with just one other person or your social media channel, I'll very highly appreciate that, right? And but bottom line, I want to thank you for spending your time. I know how precious your time is, and a very big thank you for the support of my channel thus far. For those of you who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. My amazing offer currently is a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a Starbucks coffee, delivered to you telepathically anywhere globally instantly, and pay only after you are satisfied. Go to my website, yogawellness786.com, for contact information. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In that time, I studied under various masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures across the globe, from the Far East, the East, the Middle East, and the West, right, including the scientific communities, and basically took the best of all the worlds, put together my own unique protocols from the information I gathered from all these masters, and made things simpler, easier, faster, quicker, more time efficient, and results oriented, basically adapted for the 21st century. And to that end, I now have students in over 100 countries. And my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com. And in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services. Also remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So coming to this power of energy healing, firstly, it is very powerful depending on the level of the practitioner. So there are three levels of healers broadly, right? So there are many nuance levels as well within each category. But broadly, for your understanding, there's the healer, then there is the master healer, and then the grandmaster healer. So I see online, study master level, become a master healer, you get certification on a master level. This is not master healer in my opinion, right? I'm talking from a natural perspective. So a healer is someone who learns to balance his energies and learn it as a science, and learn how to transmit it through to the other person, usually by touch or by waving of hands, right? This is the usual way. And then someone who's, it works very closely with the kundalini energy, someone who knows, who learn to um, interact, because I don't use the word control. Kundalini is the cosmic energy, right? How you control the cosmos. But learn how to interact and develop that interaction. Took me 30 years since the Kundalini awakening, learn how to interact and develop that interaction. So now I teach a very short way. Within one day, I can teach someone how to do that. They don't have to take 30 years, right? To learn. So when someone is able to do that, and then you can do professionally telepathic healing, right? Because you send the kundalini energy, or some people do cosmic energy healing. They connect to the cosmic energy or some energy source and act as a medium for it. But someone who, I mean, why do I have to be a medium for another source when I can use the energy that I know that I'm interacting with is part of the whole entire cosmic energy, right? I learn to tap into that energy. So, and I know that there's no limit to the power that energy has. So why do I need any external cause is going to have a limited power, right? There may be an energetic center. It's got amazing energy, but it's not the energy of the entire cosmic universe, right? That's created the whole cosmic universe. And even when you connect with the cosmic universe as a conduit, you as a conduit, depending on the strength of your body, it's the level is going to be throttle it down. It's going to throttle and bottleneck that energy to a much smaller level when you're transferring it. But when you got that entire energy inside you, the whole universe inside you, learn how to interact with it and develop it, you can be much more powerful than being a medium. You understand what I'm saying, right? So this is how you can get the master level, someone who's learned to interact on various levels, right? And once it comes to a certain level of maturity, then is grandmaster level. I would call that the where you can remain in the breathless state for long periods of time, up to 21 days at will, right? When you engage that energy is 100% in him activated, and now he transfers it. He raises it to his solar plexus chakra, and from the solar plexus chakra then transfer from the root chakra to the solar plexus, from the solar plexus harvest, because that's the energy center, the type of energy that's going to be healing energy for your patient, right? That's the specific energy, that's a chakra for the healing energy, right? Each chakra has got a different purpose. So you got the solar plexus chakra, you got it resonating there, and then you can do it by touch or by waving your hands or telepathically send it to your third eye chakra and send it, to the person at hand. And the person can, what normally takes the master healer to heal like something very critical like terminal illnesses, minimum 100-day protocol, and maybe 3 to 6 sets of that 100 days, right? Depending how serious, you can do it in, let's say, a few minutes. I saw a tumor would probably take me maybe 100 days, a small tumor, to completely um, eliminate. If it's something that I can feel, by my hand, needle of hands, I can do it in a session. Let's say it depends how serious, from a few minutes to an hour, right? And the one that's in the brain itself, in the middle, without using any invasive methods, to do it telepathically, I estimate safely, I don't know now, I haven't tried one recently, but it needs usually a 100-day protocol, right? Terminal illness, the terminal illness, it needs a minimum 100-day protocol, to address that. And maybe, multiple sets of that. But a grand master can do it, in a much quicker, like, I seen it happen in 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, right? This is grandmaster level. So I seen another example of a grandmaster, that when he touches you, because he's got it in the fullest form, he's not breathing, right? When you've activated that Kundalini energy on the fullest level. So when he touches you by touch, right, heals you by touch, your body will vibrate like it's getting electrocuted. It's not a pleasant experience. It's an unpleasant experience. But there's no electricity. It's that healing energy is too powerful, right? If they transmit it through your forehead, it'll knock you unconscious. You won't know what happened. You'll be knocked out, right? It's too high, too much, too high, right? So that's why there's the waving of hands, because if they touch you, it can be harmful to you, right? So people on grandmaster level is designed to do the energy healing without touching their body, because if they touch your body, it's going to be harmful for you. You're going to vibrate, with electrocution. But the wave the hands or do it telepathically, it can come within the throttle itself, because it's intelligent energy. It will throttle itself to the level required for that to most efficiently repair it and stop. And it's painful as well to the patient, right? I've done telepathic healing. And I always tell the patient, let me know, call me back immediately while I'm doing. I always message them when I'm starting it and message them when I'm finished the session. Because if they're feeling pain during, they must quickly message me to stop. Of course, it won't kill them or anything, but I don't want extreme discomfort. I said, try to withstand it to the limits that you can. But if it's becoming too much for you, just and I will stop, and we'll continue. The next day, or a few days later, right? If you need a short break. So you get the grandmaster level, right? That can do things much quicker. So I'm on the master level, or very nearing grandmaster level, right? Where I can be permanent. Why is it taking me so long, to reach grandmaster level? Is because I'm not using my energy to develop myself only. I'm using 99% of my energy to heal other people, and only 1% of the energy to heal myself. I said, master level is sufficient. As long as I can cure terminal illnesses, critical care recovery, not necessarily fast, but faster than medical science, right? Because you have to go through a long treatment protocol, chemotherapy, and so forth. And there's a lot of invasiveness involved in those therapies. And they're usually cutting out pieces of your internal organs and putting plastic components, plastic stomach bags, and all these things inside you, really mutilating. And I'm not doing any mutilation, in my this thing. So it takes time to take 100 days, as a set, to slowly do it is okay. I don't have to do it very fast, right? Um, and I wanted to do both. I didn't want to have this gift, and I don't know how long it will take for me to reach grandmaster level, and what anything can happen. So I wanted to do both at the same time. And whether I will reach grandmaster level 2 is another story, right? Whether it's possible or not, right? Because not everyone who's on master level can reach grandmaster level, right? And they are that's a very deep science. So coming back to what can energy healing heal everything, right? No, it cannot heal everything, but it can heal up to 90% of the illnesses. 10% you're going to need a miracle, right? Can energy healing perform miracles? On grandmaster level, there are some people that can do it, perform miracles. To find a grandmaster, it's like easier to find a needle in a haystack than to find a grandmaster, right? And many people with the capability of grandmaster, they will not heal. They will not, because they don't want to take all your negative energy and all your karma, and all that. And they want to, they value what they have. Me, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to take other people's karma and bad luck. And in this energy healing, I've lost my eyesight. Is it possible? Because medical science couldn't find the reason why I lost my eyesight, right? 2.5 years ago. But I was I lost it immediately after dealing three critical care recovery patients simultaneously. Normally, one alone is like life threatening for me. I don't take, but I couldn't refuse the second one when it came, and then the third one also came, very close after, while I'm still doing the first one, and I couldn't have the heart to say no. I said, this could be the death of me, but it's okay. Even if I can, if it means saving the life, let me continue. And I continued because this is my talent, and it's my duty to do it, which was a very irresponsible decision on my part, I might add. I must do things responsibly. I must not kill. If I kill myself, how am I going to be present? I would not have been alive today creating all these videos, right? And I would not have saved so many lives that I saved after that. I need to do things, more. But at that moment, that's how I thought, right? And so I lost my eyesight. So I don't know whether that's the reason, right? But some people who are spiritual said you lost your eyesight, because of that. And I want to see a scientific perspective behind it. So we did every possible test, trying to prove I didn't lose my eyesight in a snap. It took like a year, of treatment while losing it. And no matter what they did, whatever procedure, 8 operations, it was just declining as though nothing is happening. The treatment was not, zero effect until in May 2023, boom, 100% lights out, right? And I can't on master level fix it, but on grandmaster level, oh, for sure. So I've got a motivation. So I can leave healing everyone else and continue with my commercial enterprises, which I've got a lot of experience, and I made much more money than this, and be selfish. But I don't want to be selfish. I feel I want to help people, and I want people to learn all the things that I learned. I've already am in a point of satisfaction that I've created now over 350 videos, and these videos covered almost everything, that I learned over, the decades. And offloaded all those things, and I'm not dying with secrets, you know, in my heart. I've offloaded all the secrets to everything, the information already, and now just giving nuanced perspectives on things that I come across and questions, and what I see online that are current day, to be able to be um, in tune with what is current, and answering and keeping my channel in tune, so that they can come to my channel and take advantage of improving their lives dramatically, what yoga and meditation can do for you, right? You don't have to become an energy healer, but improve your own life, right, dramatically. So I hope all this information helps you get a perspective on energy healing. It's not a replacement for medical treatment, right? So I will repeat what a doctor I respect so much. I heard this in I forgot this surname is Robbins, the podcast, right? The lady, she gonna murder me for forgetting her first name, right? This podcast, but the surname is Robbins, and I always used to think, is she Tony Robbins' ex-wife or something, right? That's how I remember the surname, right? Her podcast that she interviewed Dr. Dawn Muselem of the Mayo Clinic. It's one of the leading clinics in the U.S., considered the number one um, uh, you know um, uh, service provider in the medical field, right? Medical therapy field, considered by many people. Of course, the competitor is going to argue otherwise. But Dr. Dawn Muselem is an oncologist who's a survivor of stage 4 cancer and a recipient of a heart transplant, right? Heart transplant recipient. And her first degree was not a medical degree. She did her first degree in natural methods of, naturopathic healing. And then she wanted to offer a full ambit to a patient and also study the medical side. And she specialized as well, and a lot of challenges along the way. Amazing story, and oncology. And her success rate, because she gives both the medical and the natural, is very high. She's considered the natural, the magic bullet, in a clinic. And she hardly ever loses patients, right? This is the importance of adding natural method. But do you leave out medical? She also said no. If you leave, if you add medical treatment to your natural methods, you increase your chance of survival between 30% and 450%. So on average, over 200%, right? Means more than doubling your chance by adding medical treatment. This is how important medical treatment is. As strong and amazing natural method energy healing is, and as strong as my levels are and what I can do, and my history and my rate being so high, and almost anything I can heal, I'll still say never leave medical treatment. Make sure you prioritize the people who's closest to me. My mother, right, was supposed to be the closest person to me, who gave birth to me, and without whom, spent 9 months and so forth, and brought me up, right? She was a single parent, brought me up as a single parent, and allowed me flexibility of my habits and leverage to go into yoga, meditation fields. And she thought I was weird, to get into all these type of things, and allowed me all that, so that I developed to who I am today. When she had a mild stroke, right, about 15 years ago, I made sure first thing was doctor's treatment, right? And then I gave the natural methods. Even recently, when she got very ill, I gave her the natural this thing, and allowed her to go to the doctors and make sure she has the medications. And when it was time for a checkup, I insisted. She had the habit of sending someone else to go when it came, like every 3 to 6 months they have a checkup compulsory with the doctor at the clinic, which is now 80 years old, and she was sending someone else just to get a card signed on her behalf, and paid some money, to someone to do that. For I said, don't do that. There's a reason. She said, no, but I feel fine. I said, yeah, but you don't know. Let the doctor say that. Sometimes you feel fine, but you're not fine, because you can identify something earlier on. You can treat it quicker. So medical science, you need to test. You need the lab results, right, to see it, physically, and the doctors are, trained to do that. And she's someone. I mean, she's my mother. I didn't say no, no need. I'm here. I'm strong. No, make sure she prioritize medications and medical treatment in addition to this very powerful energy healing system. It's not a competitor to medical science. It's a add-on. right? It's part of the healing mix, right? You also need like your lifestyle choices, your dietary choices, nutrition, your supplements, right? Your exercise regime, sleep, your hydration, all these are important, right? Right? Medical treatment alone, energy healing alone is not going to help, right? So you need to, combine everything. So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.